Hello and welcome to the season finale of Inside the Nest. I'm your host, Tyson Geick. I'm pleased to be joined on this episode by Halifax Thunderbirds young gun star, Clarke Petterson. Clarke, thanks so much for joining us. You get the last episode of the season. How does it feel?
Yeah, feels pretty good. Thanks for having me on, Tice. Really appreciate it.
Of course, you made quite a bit of noise in your first season with the Thunderbirds, 38 points in just 11 games played. You were a hound on loose balls. What was it like adjusting to a National Lacrosse League style of play?
It was good. I think it was definitely an adjusting process, right? You're never going to step in right away and, have the same impact that you had at the junior level or at the level, collegiate level where you played before. But we were so talented and deep on offense that we all were able to kind of play off of each other. We had a bunch of veterans and some guys who were just finishing up kind of their rookie years, right? Austin Shanks had been a rookie a couple of years ago, so it was nice to just be able to learn from guys who had experienced it recently and have obviously been playing for a long time. Some future Hall of Famers on our team as well. So they really helped me, find my groove and find what I kind of could do to help the team, win and contribute. And it was awesome.
I asked this question time and time again, and I have kind of all season here on Inside the Nest. But what was it about the Thunderbirds team that kind of made you guys so successful? You could just feel that there was a bit of an aura to the team. Um, Inaugural season in Halifax, there was something special going on. Could you put your finger on exactly what it was?
I mean, for me, I think it's just we all love to be around each other. We, spend so much time together. Obviously, practicing, and then just in the locker room, which obviously I think everybody in the lacrosse world is kind of missing right now. But that was a really big thing for us and for our team was just spending a lot of time together and really enjoying our time together and creating that strong connection that was able to benefit us on the floor. That you saw some games where we were down and sometimes some stuff that wasn't going our ways, but we just really, had a faith and a trust belief in each other that, we stick together and we get through this together. And, there's nothing really we can't overcome as long as, we're all trusting each other to do that small bit that each of us can.
Any ways that you think the team might be able to improve next season? Things that you've kind of identified in the off season, maybe watching tape, watching games back.
I think you can always be more efficient offensively and defensively, right? Just capitalizing on your chances. You can never, be too efficient. So that's always a big thing for me that I like to, think about and kind of look into is, how efficient were we when we had the ball? Did we capitalize on our chances? Did we, capitalize on our power plays? Were we shutting them down when they had power plays? Was our, our penalty kill good? I think efficiency is a big thing for me that I like to look into and is really what will separate a good team with average efficiency and a great team where they capitalize on other teams' mistakes and they really make you pay.
Clark, you've played on a number of really big stages, kind of most recently, I guess, Premier Lacrosse League. You've played with Cornell in college. You played on a Minto Cup stage. Then you go to Halifax. How does that compare, just that atmosphere, to the other stages that you've played?
It was honestly crazy, and I don't even know if it can be compared. I think speaking for myself and maybe for all the other guys is we weren't necessarily sure of the reception we'd get in Halifax and the lacrosse community and the welcome, and we didn't really know what we were kind of getting into, but it was unbelievable. The support and the passion that the fans had was just really awesome and really such a cool thing to be a part of. I think they we just did a great job of feeding off that energy and playing in that in in the nest was just so awesome all year long. The fans really got behind us, and I think from opening night, it just got better and better every single night, and we started to catch a little bit of fire there, and as we're kind of going through the season, and it was just really an awesome, exciting time, and I've never really been experienced such like a support of one sided before, like playing in junior and at Cornell and stuff like that. You've got fans from either team, but when we're in Halifax, it's it's just Halifax fans, and they love us and they cheer us on, and it really gives us a big boost. And it was something that I never experienced before. It was which was really awesome.
Had you ever been to Halifax prior to suiting up with the team?
No, never had. It was my first time out there, and crazy you know experiences, and really fun to be around the guys out there as well, and kind of experience the city. Would have liked to be there in the summer as we were kind of approaching March, April, or March and May, but I'm really excited and looking forward to it next year. Can't wait.
What was it that kind of drew you to the city, maybe off the lacrosse floor, outside the arena? Is there anything that kind of made you fall in love with the city of Halifax?
Honestly, like some of the best food that like I've ever had. Just like anywhere you go, it was like this meal is like amazing. Like the first time we got there, we're staying in the Marriott hotel, and we landed late. It was a storm or what have you, and we landed late, and the hotel bar was open for food, and it was like the best seafood chowder. I can't even remember fish and chips. I'd always kind of be my go-to like landing in there, and the food everywhere was just incredible. We went to a whole bunch of different restaurants, and I was like not expecting that at all. Like, obviously the seafood's probably going to be better, but like whatever you got was amazing. Burger, anything, right? A donair, even that was my first time having a donair, and those were good, obviously. So it was fun.
Clark, let's shift our focus just a little bit. You played in your rookie season in the Premier Lacrosse League last year, suited up with the Redwoods. This season, you've been selected in the expansion draft by the Cannons. How did you feel when you got that news? We, with the Thunderbirds, are going to be kind of keeping a close eye because there's a handful of Thunderbirds that are going to be playing in the Premier Lacrosse League. So I'd like to know kind of what your experience was like there and how you're feeling heading into a new season with the Cannons.
Yeah, the PLL is awesome. They do such a great job promoting the league with the social media that they have, and just really driving force kind of the highlights that you see, and really promoting their players. So it's a great league to play in. I was honestly a little bit surprised when I got selected to the Cannons. There was a ton of really great players that were available to be selected, and I kind of thought I was safe, and being on the Redwoods, and I love being on the Redwoods, that team, but now I'm just so pumped to be part of the Cannons as well. Have this kind of new team, new identity where we can, create the culture that we want, and a big driving force behind that's going to be Brody Merrill. He coached me kind of through high school. I was growing up at the Hill, and I'm lucky enough to coach with him now at the Hill Academy. So I'm really excited to be on a team with him. I think this is going to be the first time that I'm kind of playing with him, suiting up beside him. But yeah, he's one of the all-time greats, box or field, just an ultimate competitor, ultimate teammate. I think it's I'm really looking forward to suiting up with him.
So you played in a bubble situation last season. This year, you get to kind of go on tour. How are you feeling about that? A little bit more exciting?
Yeah, I think the PLL did a great job of setting up that bubble, and the world was kind of flipped on its head with COVID-19, and they were quick to adjust, and really just do a great job to pull off the bubble with no incidences of positive tests or anything like that, and it all ran smoothly. But now I'm really excited to kind of experience the league on the travel basis, and going to different cities throughout the U.S., seeing all the great fan supports everywhere. Right, like I kind of said with Halifax, right? We didn't really know what we were getting into with how passionate the fans are about lacrosse and the product on the floor. And now we kind of, for me, I'm kind of able to experience that going all these different places, right? We've got Colorado, Minnesota, obviously lacrosse hotbeds like Baltimore and Boston, stuff like that. But it's going to be cool to kind of see how lacrosse fans are in all these different places.
Clark, shifting focus again one more time. Leading up to the 2021 NLL draft, we're trying to take a look at some of the prospects that we should really be keeping an eye on and be focused on. That are going to be selected high in the draft, and just trying to get a better idea of what we can expect for them. Or from them, I should say. But if you could give those players a little bit of advice on how they maybe should be transitioning to the NLL, what would you say to them?
I don't think I'm an expert, but find a role, right? Find a part where you can contribute to the team and where you can create some value for the team, whether that's picking up loose balls, getting resets, putting goals in the back of the net, right? It's different for everybody, and you've got to kind of find that niche and that role and that value that you can add to the team and do that role to the best of your ability. It's like I said, it's different for everybody, but everybody knows their style of play, and maybe you even have to adjust your style of play. But if you can do something and do something, at the highest level and do it really well, then the team's gonna benefit from that and gonna thrive off of it.
We got some draft footage of you there being selected fifth overall by the team. That came a couple of years ago now, I guess. That
Mhm.
blazer, I have to ask you about that. That's got to be a Cornell Big Red special.
Yeah, yeah. One of my game day suits that we wear, similar to the NLL. We're wearing suits to our games and our pregame meals and stuff like that. So can't go wrong with red, right?
Yeah, it's a good look, buddy. Well, I don't want to keep you too much longer here. You got to be proud of the rookie season that you were able to put together. So unfortunate that it was cut short, but I know I could speak for Halifax Thunderbirds fans, everyone in the organization, when I say that we're excited to see what comes in the years to come here from you on the turf, because that first season was pretty incredible. So I'm sure there's lots in store here.
Yeah, thanks, Tyson. I appreciate that, and I know that we're building a great team, great organization here, and we've got a lot of winning to do ahead of us, a lot of work to do ahead of us, and it's going to be a fun journey.
Thanks, buddy. We'll also have a close eye on you this summer with the Premier Lacrosse League. Hope to chat with you a few times too. I think we're going to do a bit of a check-in series, so that'll come this summer. But once again, Clarke Petterson, thanks so much for joining us here on the season finale of Inside the Nest. All right, so I do have a little piece of information here before we move on. We want to mention that we are about halfway to our goal of filling 320 appointments for our Coast to Coast Giving Challenge in partnership with Canadian Blood Services Nova Scotia. So this is quite impressive. We're going head to head with our competitors in San Diego. It's a Coast versus Coast challenge here. If you want to sign up and help us get to that goal of 320 appointments, you can do so at blood.ca/Thunderbirds. Don't forget, if you have signed up, we want to see you snap a photo at the clinic, tag us, and use the hashtag Coast to Coast Giving. And we've got something in store for you. You can win some awesome Thunderbird swag if you're able to do that. So go sign up, blood.ca, once again, /Thunderbirds. Let's hit that mark of 320 and show our friends in San Diego what we do on the East Coast. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. It's been a fun first season here with Inside the Nest. This has been episode 11. Can't thank Clarke Petterson enough for coming on and joining us. I want to thank our producer, John Catalano, Avery Light, and everyone else with the Halifax Thunderbirds team who has been a part of this first season. We will see you very soon. And don't forget to stay tuned and stay posted on halifaxthunderbirds.com for more draft coverage. We're going to be profiling all of the top prospects heading up to the 2021 NLL draft. We'll see you soon. Take care.